to begin the process of rehabilitating. We're going to be bringing on board 20,000 young people to participate in climate action, to participate in the restoration of the Nairobi River ecosystem, so that we can not only have proper sanitation, we can deal with pollution, we can deal with solid waste, we can green the place, and we can build social housing on that space. Because these are victims of climate change. They swing between one extreme of drought, and when we are still figuring out what to do, we end in serious floods and we lose people. So I'm very happy with the context that this has been put in the National Action Plan, that we are focusing on climate change, and we will be persuading other heads of state that climate change is an existential threat to all of us. It is time we used open government to create the necessary transparency in the international financial system, the necessary accountability by us as nations to make sure that we are accountable for the resources that are made available to us by citizens or by the international community. It is the reason why I am very open on making sure that we discuss our debt as a nation. I do not want it to be shrouded in mystery, because it is not mystery, because Kenyans will pay, and it's good that we know, should we be contracting more debt, and for what purpose? So it is a space that I am so open, and sometimes I get myself into trouble by being too open, because people say, okay, we want the president to come and explain to us this. I go explain. Then the next group, we want the president to come and explain. So I keep explaining. And that is why I'm used to answering questions the way you have asked me. But finally, let me say this, to congratulate this great body of people, those from government, those from the private sector, civil society, and I want to encourage them that they continue to be part of us, of the solution to our nation. It is the best thing that we can do for Kenya, because this is our country. We are all stakeholders. Everybody's voice matters, and we must continuously engage to make sure that we benefit from as much information as we can, and make sure that we make the right decision based on evidence and based on the correct information.
Thank you. Let me say, you have made open government partnership really good. You've connected Korogosho with the international financial system. I don't think that's an easy thing to do. So thank you so much for being willing to listen to our questions from civil society. And I'd like to invite you to make perhaps your final remarks.
Well, let me say this. I'm very happy that we made a contribution from an executive side. Parliament made their contribution, the judiciary made their contribution, civil society, to the National Action Plan on Open Government. Because it is our collective responsibility as Kenyans to make sure that Kenya succeeds. It is not the business of the president alone, it's the business of every Kenyan for us to succeed, because in that success is everybody's success. Let me also say the following, that as we do this, I want to assure all the stakeholders here that the government of Kenya that I run will continue to be open. I have absolutely no qualms in being held to account. I encourage civil society to continue telling us the things we are doing wrong so that we can correct. And to occasionally
tell you the things you're doing right.
Yes.
I was waiting for that to
come. and occasionally, you know, when we get things right, they also tell us, this you're getting right, do it better or do it more. So that way we can forge, you know, a collaboration that makes Kenya great for all of us. Let me conclude by saying, because there is a feasible, demonstrable, real trust gap between citizens and government across the globe.
Yeah.
There is a trust deficit. There is a trust gap. I want to welcome you and the people here and representatives from our friends from the international community to a trust summit here in Nairobi, the first one in the first quarter of next year, so that we can evaluate what do we do to close the gap, the trust gap between government and citizens. Because unless we do that, it becomes difficult for government to implement its plan and for citizens also to hold government to account.
Thank you. So put it in your calendars, Q1 next year, Trust Summit here in Nairobi. Mr. President, thank you so much for your time and good luck in Korogosho and in all your other duties. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you very much for that. We may take our seats kindly. And at this point, Your Excellency, with your permission, I see that Senate is very well represented. If I may just ask all the senators who are present to just stand up so that we can just give them a round of applause and showing their support. Senators, if we can all just stand up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may take your seats. May I also recognize all ambassadors who are present. If they can also just stand up briefly, we just appreciate that they're here. Your Excellencies, thank you so much for that. We are coming to the tail end of this particular ceremony, and Your Excellency at this point would like to now invite you for the official launch of the 5th National Action Plan, NAP 5. So with your permission, if I may request that you join me here on stage, and to flank you as we do that, allow me to call on the PS Foreign Affairs, Speaker of the Senate, Spain Ambassador, Deputy Ambassador British to Britain, and Director Mzalendo Ms. Carol to just come and flank His Excellency as we now officially launch the 5th National Action Plan, also known as NAP 5. It'll be at the press of a button, and Your Excellency, with your permission, you'll allow me to count you down, and if we may, yes, if we can have a few, maybe come this way, yes, so that it's balanced. PS, if you can come this way kindly, to this side, yes. So at the count of 5, we shall then just count it down. Sorry, the book is on that side, so may I request that we come to this side facing that side. Sorry about that. The book is right there so that we see what we are launching. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, Your Excellency, you may press the buzzer, and that is the official launch of the 5th National Action Plan, NAP 5. Thank you, Your Excellency. If I may request that we just stand in front of the buzzer for a picture. If we may just come in front of the buzzer for a picture so that we can have an occasion. Thank you, Your Excellency. While still on stage, Your Excellency, while still on stage, there is a presentation of an award, and His Excellency the President William Ruto is going to receive a prestigious Golden Plate Award from the Academy of Achievements that marks significant recognition in his exemplary leadership and contribution to governance and development in Kenya. If we may have the award to be brought, please, and it will be presented to him by the PS Foreign Affairs. Why don't we put our hands together as we have this award, the Academy renowned for bringing together global achievers from diverse fields such as science, technology, and the arts. The public service honors individuals who have demonstrated exceptional impact and vision. Congratulations, Your Excellency. And with that, we have now come to the end of this session. I'll request that we exit stage except His Excellency, where we are going to wind up with the national anthem. So I'll request that we all be upstanding. We're going to finish off with the national anthem. The Kenyan national anthem.